Have you ever looked around your yard and wished you could undo one landscaping decision? Maybe it's a tree that grew far too large, cracked your sidewalk, and blocked the sunlight. Or decorative gravel that looked beautiful at first, but now traps heat and is nearly impossible to remove. The truth is, many landscaping mistakes don't show up right away. What seems like a great idea today can become an expensive problem years later. Every year, homeowners make simple yard decisions that lead to costly repairs, endless maintenance, drainage issues, or declining property value. The good news is that most of these mistakes are completely avoidable. In today's video, we're counting down 7 common yard decisions you'll regret later. Some are still incredibly popular, while others have been causing problems for decades. Stay until the end, because our final mistake is one that millions of homeowners continue making, and avoiding it could save you thousands of dollars. 1. Planting trees too close to your house. One of the biggest landscaping mistakes begins with good intentions. You buy a young ornamental tree that's only a few feet tall, place it close to the house for shade or curb appeal, and everything looks perfect. The tree fits beautifully into the landscape, leaving plenty of room around it. The problem is that you're planting for today's size instead of its mature size. Many popular landscape trees continue growing for decades. What starts as a 6-foot sapling can eventually reach 40, 60, or even 80 feet tall with an equally massive root system. As roots expand, they naturally search for moisture, often finding it beneath sidewalks, driveways, patios, underground pipes, and even your home's foundation. Over time, powerful roots can lift concrete, clog sewer lines, damage retaining walls, and create expensive structural repairs. The canopy creates problems as well. Large branches eventually extend over roofs, scraping shingles during storms, clogging gutters with leaves, dropping heavy limbs, and creating easy access for squirrels, raccoons, and other pests to reach your attic. Dense shade may also prevent grass from growing and make your home feel damp after rain. Many homeowners assume regular pruning will solve the issue, but excessive pruning often weakens trees and leads to poor structure instead of preventing future problems. The smarter solution is choosing the right location from the very beginning. Research the mature height and spread of every tree before planting, and always leave enough space between large trees and buildings. A little patience today can prevent thousands of dollars in repairs years from now. 2. Covering your entire yard with landscape fabric. Landscape fabric is often marketed as a permanent solution to weeds. The promise sounds irresistible. Lay down the fabric, cover it with mulch or gravel, and enjoy a weed-free yard for years. Unfortunately, reality is very different. At first, landscape fabric seems to work. Existing weeds are blocked from reaching the surface, and the garden looks clean and tidy. But nature quickly finds a way around it. Wind carries dust, leaves, pollen, and organic debris that slowly collect on top of the fabric. Within a year or two, this thin layer becomes rich enough for new weed seeds to germinate. Instead of growing beneath the fabric, weeds now grow on top of it, sending roots directly through the material. Pulling them out becomes frustrating because the roots become tangled in the fabric, often tearing it apart. The problems don't stop there. Healthy soil is alive with earthworms, fungi, bacteria, and countless beneficial organisms that constantly recycle organic matter. Landscape fabric acts like a barrier, reducing this natural exchange between mulch and soil. Water may also run off instead of soaking evenly into the ground, especially once the fabric becomes clogged with fine particles. Eventually, the mulch breaks down and must be replaced. Removing old mulch often exposes torn, brittle fabric buried beneath layers of roots and soil. What was supposed to save time becomes an exhausting cleanup project that many homeowners regret. A much better alternative is applying a thick layer of natural mulch without fabric underneath. Mulch suppresses weeds, feeds the soil as it decomposes, helps retain moisture, and is far easier to refresh every year. While you may still pull the occasional weed, you'll avoid the long-term headaches that landscape fabric often creates. 3. Choosing fast-growing trees without research. Fast-growing trees are incredibly tempting. Who wouldn't want instant shade, privacy, or a lush landscape in just a few years instead of waiting decades? Garden centers often promote these trees as quick solutions, but rapid growth usually comes with hidden trade-offs. Many fast-growing species produce softer wood that isn't as strong as slower-growing trees. As they mature, their branches become more likely to split during heavy winds, ice storms, or even under their own weight. Homeowners are often surprised when a healthy-looking tree suddenly loses massive limbs after a storm, damaging fences, roofs, vehicles, or nearby power lines. These trees also tend to have shorter lifespans. While an oak may thrive for well over a century, many fast-growing varieties begin declining after only 20 or 30 years. Once decline starts, they become more vulnerable to insects, fungal diseases, and internal decay, increasing the risk of dangerous falling branches. Some species also develop aggressive root systems that spread far beyond the canopy. These roots compete with lawns and garden plants for moisture, while potentially invading underground utilities and lifting sidewalks. Instead of focusing only on how quickly a tree grows, consider its mature strength, lifespan, maintenance needs, and suitability for your climate. Waiting a few extra years for a stronger, healthier tree is almost always a better investment than dealing with decades of preventable problems. 4. Planting invasive species because they look beautiful. Some of the most attractive plants sold at garden centers can become some of the biggest problems you'll ever have in your yard. They may offer colorful flowers, lush foliage, fragrant blooms, or incredibly fast growth, making them seem like the perfect addition to your landscape. Garden centers often display them looking neat and well-behaved in small containers, so it's easy to assume they'll stay that way. But if a plant is considered invasive in your region, that beauty can quickly turn into years of frustration. One of the biggest reasons invasive plants become such a problem is their incredible ability to spread. Unlike well-behaved ornamental plants that stay where you place them, invasive species are programmed to expand as quickly as possible. Some produce thousands of seeds every season that are carried by birds, wind, squirrels, or flowing water. Others spread underground through aggressive roots or runners that quietly travel several feet away before sending up entirely new plants. At first, you may only notice 1 or 2 extra shoots appearing nearby. Many homeowners simply think the plant is growing well, but over the next few years, those few shoots become dozens. Eventually, flower beds become overcrowded, lawns begin filling with unwanted sprouts, and nearby shrubs struggle to survive because they're competing for sunlight, moisture, and nutrients. Some invasive vines can even climb fences, garages, sheds, and mature trees, eventually smothering everything beneath their dense growth. The removal process is where many homeowners experience their biggest regret. Pulling the plant out by hand often doesn't solve the problem, because tiny root fragments left behind can grow into brand new plants. Some species remain dormant underground for months before suddenly reappearing. Others leave behind seeds that continue germinating for several years, meaning you may be fighting the same plant long after you thought it was gone. This often turns into a never-ending cycle. You spend weekends digging, cutting, mowing, or applying weed control products, only to watch fresh growth appear a few weeks later. What started as one inexpensive plant can eventually cost hundreds of dollars in removal efforts, not to mention countless hours of hard work. The damage extends far beyond your own property. Birds and wildlife frequently carry invasive seeds into neighboring yards, local parks, forests, wetlands, and natural habitats. Once established, these aggressive plants crowd out native wildflowers, shrubs, and young trees that local wildlife depends on. Butterflies lose important host plants, bees find fewer nectar sources, and birds lose valuable nesting habitat. In some regions, invasive plants have permanently changed entire ecosystems. Many gardeners are surprised to learn that some plants commonly sold in one state or country are actually banned in another because of the damage they've caused. A plant that's perfectly safe in one climate may become highly invasive somewhere else. That's why researching plants before buying them is so important. Fortunately, avoiding this mistake is easy. Before planting anything new, spend a few minutes checking whether it's considered invasive in your area. Local extension offices, botanical gardens, and native plant societies often publish updated lists of plants to avoid. In most cases, you'll find beautiful native alternatives that provide the same colorful flowers, attractive foliage, or fast growth without taking over your landscape. Native plants also support pollinators, birds, and beneficial insects while requiring less maintenance once established. Remember, the goal isn't simply to create a beautiful yard today. It's to build a landscape you'll still enjoy 10 or 20 years from now. Choosing the right plants from the beginning can save countless hours of work while protecting both your property and the environment around you. 5. Installing too much hardscaping. Stone patios, concrete walkways, decorative gravel, pavers, retaining walls, and oversized paved areas have become incredibly popular in modern landscaping. They create a clean, organized appearance, reduce mowing, and often make a yard look elegant in magazine photos. It's easy to understand why so many homeowners decide to replace large sections of grass or garden beds with hard surfaces. The problem is that many people go too far. A yard filled with concrete, gravel, or stone may look impressive when it's first completed, but after living with it for several seasons, many homeowners realize they've created a landscape that's much less comfortable than they expected. One of the biggest problems is heat. Hard surfaces absorb enormous amounts of sunlight throughout the day and slowly release that stored heat well into the evening. During the hottest weeks of summer, decorative gravel, brick patios, and concrete walkways can become almost too hot to walk on barefoot. Instead of creating a relaxing outdoor retreat, your backyard can begin feeling like a giant heat island. The increased temperature affects more than just people. Plants growing near these surfaces often experience additional stress because the reflected heat dries out both the soil and the surrounding air. Flowers may wilt more quickly, vegetables require more frequent watering, and shrubs growing near walls or patios often struggle during prolonged heat waves. Water management is another major concern. Healthy soil naturally absorbs rainfall, allowing moisture to slowly recharge underground water supplies while nourishing your landscape. Hard surfaces prevent this natural process. Instead of soaking into the ground, rainwater rushes across patios, driveways, and walkways, often collecting in unwanted places. During heavy storms, this runoff can flood flower beds, erode mulch, wash away soil, or create puddles near your home's foundation. If the grading isn't perfect, water may even flow toward your house instead of away from it, increasing the risk of moisture problems and expensive foundation repairs over time. Another issue many homeowners overlook is flexibility. Landscapes naturally change over the years. You may decide you want more flowers, a vegetable garden, additional shade trees, or a larger lawn for children or pets. If your yard is covered with large concrete slabs or several tons of decorative gravel, making those changes becomes difficult, expensive, and physically demanding. Removing concrete often requires heavy machinery, while hauling away gravel can take days of back-breaking labor. Many homeowners discover that the low-maintenance solution they originally wanted has become one of the hardest parts of their property to redesign. Wildlife is affected as well. Large paved areas provide very little habitat for birds, butterflies, bees, or beneficial insects. They also reduce the cooling effect that living plants naturally provide through evaporation. As a result, both wildlife and people may spend less time enjoying the space. Perhaps the biggest downside is that an overly paved yard often feels less welcoming. Gardens filled with trees, flowering shrubs, ornamental grasses, and colorful perennials create movement, texture, fragrance, and seasonal beauty. They change throughout the year, attracting birds and pollinators while creating a peaceful atmosphere. Too much concrete or gravel can make a landscape feel sterile, lifeless, and overly industrial. The best designed yards almost always strike a balance. Patios, pathways, and seating areas are combined with generous planting beds, shade trees, flowering shrubs, and ground covers. Living plants soften the edges of hard surfaces, cool the surrounding air, improve drainage, reduce erosion, and create a far more enjoyable outdoor environment. Hardscaping is an important part of good landscape design, but like many things in gardening, moderation is the key. Instead of trying to eliminate plants, let your hardscape work alongside nature rather than replacing it completely. Years from now, you'll appreciate having a yard that feels alive, comfortable, and inviting instead of one that's dominated by stone and concrete. 6. Ignoring drainage problems until it's too late. One of the most expensive yard mistakes isn't something you plant, it's something you ignore. Poor drainage often starts as a minor inconvenience. After a heavy rain, you notice a puddle that takes a day or two to disappear. Maybe one corner of the lawn always feels soggy, or water seems to collect near your foundation. Since the problem isn't constant, many homeowners simply assume it's harmless. Unfortunately, water has a way of turning small problems into major ones. Standing water slowly weakens the health of your landscape. Grass growing in constantly wet soil begins to thin out because the roots don't receive enough oxygen. Once the lawn becomes patchy, weeds quickly move in and take advantage of the open space. Garden plants suffer as well. Even species that enjoy regular watering cannot survive if their roots remain submerged for long periods. Saturated soil encourages root rot, fungal diseases, and slow, unhealthy growth. The damage doesn't stop with plants. Water that repeatedly pools near your home's foundation can gradually seep into tiny cracks in the concrete. During freezing weather, trapped moisture expands and contracts, making those cracks larger over time. Basements and crawl spaces may become damp, creating the perfect conditions for mold and mildew. Repairing foundation damage or waterproofing a basement can cost thousands of dollars, far more than solving the drainage issue when it first appeared. Poor drainage also attracts unwanted pests. Mosquitoes need only a small amount of standing water to lay their eggs, and within days, hundreds of new mosquitoes can emerge. Wet soil also attracts fungus gnats, slugs, snails, and other pests that thrive in damp environments and can damage nearby plants. Many homeowners unknowingly make drainage even worse by adding more soil against the foundation or building raised flower beds that trap water instead of directing it away. Others install patios or walkways without considering the natural slope of the land, causing rainwater to flow exactly where it shouldn't. Fortunately, most drainage problems have practical solutions if they're addressed early. Installing a French drain, extending downspouts farther from the house, creating a dry creek bed, improving soil with compost, or simply reshaping the ground to encourage water to flow away from buildings can dramatically reduce future problems. In some cases, choosing moisture-loving plants for naturally wet areas can also help absorb excess water while making the space more attractive. The important lesson is simple: never ignore water. Every heavy rain provides valuable information about how your yard functions. If you notice water sitting in the same place after every storm, don't assume it will fix itself. Taking action early can protect both your landscape and your home from expensive long-term damage. 7. Planting without thinking about mature size. This is perhaps the most common landscaping mistake of all, and it's one nearly every gardener makes at least once. You visit a garden center and fall in love with beautiful young plants. The shrubs are small, the ornamental grasses fit neatly into tiny pots, and the flowering bushes seem perfectly spaced when you place them in your yard. Everything looks balanced and attractive, at least for the first year. The problem is that nurseries sell plants when they're young, not when they've reached their full potential. A shrub that's only 2 feet wide today may eventually spread 6 or 8 feet across. That compact evergreen near your walkway could become so large that it blocks the path entirely. The tiny hydrangea planted beneath your window may grow until it covers half the view and presses against the siding. As plants mature, overcrowding creates a long list of problems. Branches begin rubbing against each other, reducing airflow and increasing humidity inside the plant canopy. This creates ideal conditions for fungal diseases such as powdery mildew, black spot, and leaf blight. Dense growth also provides hiding places for insects and makes it much harder to inspect plants for early signs of pests. Competition below ground becomes just as serious. When shrubs, perennials, and trees are planted too closely together, their roots fight for every drop of water and every available nutrient. Instead of growing into strong, healthy specimens, they often become weaker because they're constantly competing with their neighbors. You may find yourself watering more often, fertilizing more frequently, and pruning constantly just to keep everything alive. Many homeowners respond by pruning plants heavily every year to keep them small. While occasional pruning is healthy, repeatedly forcing a naturally large plant to stay tiny creates endless maintenance. Some shrubs respond by producing even more vigorous growth, meaning you'll have to prune them multiple times every season. Others lose their natural shape, bloom less, or become stressed and more susceptible to disease. The visual impact also changes dramatically over time. A landscape that once looked open and welcoming can become crowded and chaotic. Beautiful architectural features disappear behind oversized shrubs. Walkways become narrower, windows are blocked. Outdoor lighting becomes less effective because plants hide the fixtures, and air circulation around the house decreases. Professional landscape designers almost always begin with one simple question: how big will this plant be in 10 or 20 years? They don't design around today's appearance, they design around the mature landscape. That patience is what keeps a garden looking beautiful for decades instead of just a few seasons. Before buying any plant, always check its mature height and width. Read the plant tag carefully, research reliable growing information, and imagine how much space it will actually occupy years from now. It may feel like you're leaving too much empty space at first, but those gaps will gradually fill in as the plants mature. In the meantime, you can use annual flowers or containers to add temporary color without creating permanent overcrowding. The best landscapes aren't the ones that look full on planting day. They're the ones that still look balanced, healthy, and beautiful 10 years later. Planning for the future may require a little more patience, but it's one decision you'll never regret.